On page 125, you're going to do a few more problems. So I'm going to read the problem out loud to you, and then I'm going to show you how to do problem 1. After I show you how to do problem 1, you'll be able to do problem 2 and 3 on your own. As Callie was planning how to raise money, she wondered about making other numbers of bracelets and cake pops. Number 1. Beaded bracelets cost $2.25 each to make. How much would it cost to make 61 beaded bracelets? Use the ratio table below to record your strategy. Note, you don't need to use all the boxes on this table or any of the others below. Just use what you need and leave the rest. So I'm going to show you how to do, how to figure out how much it would cost for 61. So here we have 1, and then we're going to try and figure out how we can get to 61. I'm going to show you one way. There are multiple ways of doing this problem. If you can come up with other ways, go ahead and work on this on your own. So we have number of beaded bracelets is 1, and it costs $2.25. Now I need to get to 61, but I have to start with a 1. So I'm going to do what I'm going to try to do. I know that I'm going to go to 10 because 10 is pretty easy to figure out. So if I can figure out 1, I can figure out the price for 10. So now if I think I'm trying to get to 61, so I'm thinking about those friendly numbers. I could multiply 10 by 2 to get 20. That would make it the price to figure out below pretty easy. And then if I double 20, that would make me get to 40. So you can kind of see the pattern here. So what I'm going to do is I started with 1, so I have to figure out what would be the price of 10. Pretty easy, I just put the decimal over, right? That would go right here. But then to get to 20, I'm going to double the 10. That would mean I would double the price. To get to 40, I'm going to double the 20. I'm going to double the price here to get to 40. So now my next step is to get to 60. How do you think I can use the numbers above to create 60? Why don't you take a second and think about that? If you said 40 plus 20, you're correct. 40 plus 20 makes 60. So to figure out the price for 60, I'm going to add the price of 20 plus the price of 40 to get the 60. Now the only thing I'm left is with the 61. Pretty easy. You already have the price of 1, so you can figure out the price for 60 plus 1 is 61. Beaded bracelets sell for $3.50 each. How much money would Kelly bring in if she sold 42 beaded bracelets? Use the ratio table below to record your strategy. So I'm going to start with 1. $3.50. Now, hey, don't forget to write the total for 42 right here. Okay, so now for 43, woven bracelets cost $1.20 to make. I'm going to start with that one. One bracelet costs $1.20. Now, in this ratio table, I'm trying to get to 22. So I'm going to create the numbers in order to get to 22. So on the last page, 126, we have a ratio table that's not complete. You can see that there are some blank spaces left over. So it'll be your job to figure out the missing number of woven bracelets and the revenue or money from the sale. Woven bracelets sell for $1.50 each. How much money would Callie bring in if she sold 55 woven bracelets? Use the information on the ratio table below and write in your own to solve the problem. So we know in this problem it costs $1 to make, it costs $1.50 to make one bracelet. But we're going to skip to where it says $3. How many bracelets go with $3? What would make more sense? if I double $1.50, $1.50 plus $1.50, that would make $3. So the number of bracelets has to be 2. So now we're on 6. If it costs $3 to make 2 bracelets, how many bracelets would it cost for $6? Well, I know that if I double 3, I get 6. 3 times 2 makes 6. So then what would I have to do to the 2 to get the total? If you said multiply it by 2, you're correct. 2 times 2 would be 4. Okay, now I'm going to figure out the price for 10. Now remember, if you have figured out the price for 1, you can figure out the price for 10. You just need to push the decimal over. And then finally, we have how much would it be for 5? Well, I know that 4 plus 1 is 5, so then you should be able to figure out the price for 5. Now the last one is, what would be the price? How many bracelets would cost $67.50? Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do this one together. So I know that the price for 10 would be same as the price for 1, but I just pushed the decimal over. This would be $15. Now to figure out the price of 5, I'm going to add the price of 4 and the price of 1. So this is $6 plus $1.50, which would be $7.50. Now the next step is how much would it cost how many bracelets would be $67.50. So if you notice something here, you can probably figure out that this is 5, you see the 750, so you know that you're using the number 5, but you have to figure out how much it would be for 60. So I know that this is 6, so if I added the price of 40 plus 5, I think this might be 45. See if that makes sense. So if I change this to 40, this would actually be 60, and this would be 5. So I think the price of this would actually be 45 bracelets. Now I could test that out by multiplying. I'm actually going to use a whiteboard and I'm going to show you what that looks like, because I am not sure. I'm going to show you. So I think this is going to be 45, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to take $1.50, the price for 1, and I'm going to multiply it by 45. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that decimal out, and this is going to be 150 times 45. And 1, so the decimal always starts here in a whole number, 1, 2. So I was correct. We were correct. This is 45. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to figure out 55. Correct? What two numbers could you use to make 55? We have 45. I know that 45 plus 10 makes 55. So then I just have to figure out, add the price of 45, add the price of 10 to come up with the total. And then you should have the correct answer. So in number 5, it says that Callie spilled frosting on several of her tables. Fill in all the spots that are covered. Use the information to answer the questions. So in A, it says, Callie was figuring the cost to make cake pops at $1.25 each. So one cake pop costs $1.25. And she found how many cake pops she could make if she had $67.50. So now your job is to figure out how much it's going to cost to make 2 cake pops, and then how many cake pops costs $5, how many cake pops would cost 40 and 10, and then finally how many cake pops, number of cake pops can you make with $67.50. I'm actually going to skip ahead in this one because I see a 10. Did you see the 10? So I know that this is a 1, so I can actually figure out the price for 10. So remember, to figure out 10, right, I'm going to push the decimal over to the right. So push the decimal over. This will be 1250. It's pretty easy. Now 2 is another pretty easy number. I just double $1.25. So 1 times 2 is 2. We're going to double $1.25. $1.25 plus $1.25 is going to equal $2.50. So now the question is, well, how many cake pops cost $5? I have 1, I have 2. Maybe this would be 3 if I added $1.25 plus $2.50. That doesn't seem correct. Let's think about that. What numbers here could I use to make $5? Since if I double $2.50, $2.50 plus $2.50. Well, I know if I double, if I multiply this by 2, $2.50 times 2, it makes $5. So that must mean that this is going to be times 2, which will be 4. 4, you should be able to figure out 40 by just moving the decimal over. So if I move the decimal over, remember 4 times 10, so I'm going to go 5 times 10. 5 times 10 makes 50. Now comes the last question. How many cake pops would cost $67.50? Now, think about the combination of numbers. Think about the combination of costs. I know I have a 50, I have 10, I have 5, and I have 4 and 2. So think about which numbers do you have to use to create $67.50. I would start with $50 first. So if I have $50, what could I add? Which prices could I add to the 50 to make $67.50? So I'm going to start with $50 because I know that that is the biggest amount. And I'm trying to get to $67.50. So I could add, which number do you think I could add into that price? Maybe for the price of 10, I could add the 12. So I'll show you this. We have the 40 here, right? And then we're going to add for the price of 10, which is $12.50. I'm going to add those together just so I can see how much I have. Okay, I have $62.50, so I'm trying to get to 67, so I actually just need 5 more. I just need 5 more, right? 5 more dollars. So if I added $5 more or 5 more cake pops, let's see. So I just need 5, looks like I just need 5 more dollars. Looks like I have 5 right here, which would be 4, right? So I'm going to add the $5 to see if I can come up with 67. So what I did is I added the price of 40, which is 50, added the price for 10, $12.50, and now I'm going to add the price for 4, to see if I can come up with $67.50. Oh, I did, $67.50. So to come up with $67.50, I need 40 cake pops, 10 cake pops, and 4 cake pops. So 40 plus 10 is 50, plus 4 makes 54. That is our missing number for the ratio. So this is a challenge. I want you to do your best to try and figure out this challenge on your own. Remember, if you're all done, don't forget to take a picture of your work and email it to me. Good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.